Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with another Marvel Rivals stream. And as we get into the gameplay, give me a second because I just need to swap my mic out. Sorry about that, guys, but like I was speaking to people beforehand, and basically I have two different headsets. One that's a lot more better of a quality, but personally not as comfortable to wear, and that I basically do just use as a mic because it's still decent. And then a headset that I literally just use for when I'm speaking to mates. And I was speaking to people before I started streaming, didn't think twice, and just hit stream. But guys, if you didn't see yesterday's new adventure, basically this weekend for this week only, Marvel Rivals is today, Overwatch will be Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday will be the next episode of New Adventures. Basically, Overwatch New Hero comes out Thursday. I want a chance to mess with him beforehand and before the weekend, because he's in from Thursday to about Tuesday, so he's in for about 4 days. Also guys, I'm saying it now, the only time Overwatch will be essentially changed from the end of the week is if because basically Overwatch 2, when a new update, you would not be able to get onto the game until for a good few hours later. It was usually like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. This season, I'm pretty sure it was, I wasn't able to log on to the game for like half an hour, like it was a half an hour wait personally. And people might be, before we start saying, wait, hold on, so they basically just gone down in wait time. No, they had completely got rid of the wait time for about 5-6 seasons, maybe longer. Like, I think it was early last year that was about last time, and even then, I think the actual time I'm remembering is like season 6, season 7. We're on season 17 for Overwatch. We get 6 seasons a year, so, and we'll be going on to season 18 in 2 weeks. So because of that, the next two Overwatch videos, well, the next Overwatch video is going to be messing around with New Hero, messing around in Quick Play, just sort of testing him and seeing how much, and just messing around with him in custom game sort of stuff, like just completely messing around with him in like the practice arena and like games, and potentially maybe a game or two a stadium. I don't know. The week after will then just be a case of 1, maybe 2 games stadium, and then just a game of Quick Play. But then as the new season begins, because at that point it will literally be a week before the new season starts, and before everyone's not making any predictions, because I said I'd probably get to like 7 or 8 in the Queen Codex like thing, because I completely maxed out the summer special and got the Lunar Snow skin. And I did say yesterday in the stream, it's like, I did say what I had got up to, and I said I'd potentially get up a level further, so let me know. And but for all of those who are saying 8 or 9, you're about right. 9 is the next one I'll get to, and I did get to 8. I did like 2 games a day. Basically, for the most part, to complete a lot of these, I do like 2-3 games a day. I basically do 2 games per level for the most part, except I think it was like to get the Queen Codex. It's fantastic, the symbiotic, like that, the symbiotic sing spray thing. I think it took me an extra game, which is then set that back and then set that back. But we are going to go into some games, and I'm going to try and essentially try and play Blade in at least a game, at least for some time. With it being quick play, I'm not too fussed on how the game ends up being balanced. Obviously, I try and get them balanced, and I've loved playing Luna Snow, and I always will love playing Luna Snow. Between Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, she is probably my favourite character to play. She gives me essentially the joy and like excitement of playing Juno and Kiriko from Overwatch, combined all into one quick base package.
Only 60 seconds left.
Okay, so it's not going to be the longest round of Blade, but we do get to mess around with Blade. Also guys, if anyone does hear anything in the background, it's just my fan sort of maxed out because it had cooled down in the UK, but it's then suddenly gone back to being warmer. Basically, like the last couple of weeks, it had significantly cooled down. And which meant I like no part out through summer. I think there's been like 1 or 2 streams where in summer I have had to like have my fan sort of max, and on like it because it's my basically guys my fan has like 3 settings: first, second, and third. I typically keep it on third from a good part of the day because I'd rather be cool than hot. I've said I will say to anyone, I'd rather be freezing cold on the brink of freezing to death and need to warm up for several hours than be sweating and just be mildly sweating. Granted, kind of a far end on one and barely anything on the other, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to choose to be cold then warm. So, Blade was fun for like 30 seconds. But yeah, guys, just because of Overwatch New Hero when he releases, and because I do typically stream on a Thursday, it makes more sense for me just to slightly change around streams for a week.
I'm not judging.
I'll fight to end the darkness that spawned me.
In my defense, we'd already had 2 support, like, we've got a balanced team from me doing this. Like, we already had 2 people picking to play support. So it's not like I've gone out my way to play DPS. They look very similar. Like, Blade is a character that I don't really know much about. Like, I learned not too much, but I've learned the odd bit about Luna Snow because, for the most part, I know barely anything about her other than the fact that she is sort of a pop star. But again, I know why recently, like, granted, she was my main a lot longer before, like, I'd been maining her since I've been playing a lot of Luna Snow for a good bit, since this was back in the beginning of seasons. It's not like I've picked her up since the 20th of June. And I say the 20th of June because that's when K-pop Demon Hunters came out. Can I say I've played that it's put me in the mood to play her a lot more, and because at that point I was playing things like Invisible Woman a tiny bit when she first came out. I was starting to play a bit more Emma Frost, but based on how the UK laws are, I'm not 100% happy playing her on stream. Nothing against her as a character, typically, but UK laws at the minute are very much of I'd rather not push my buttons because I've heard there's UK creators who have been told that have had parts of their content censored because of reasons, and I'd rather my content not. And guys, basically, if anyone wants to know, it is literally just down to the online safety app. Now, at the time I thought the UK government was the only one implementing, but a lot of other places also put similar things in, which, again, the only thing I'm going to say about it, because anytime I've gone to, like, there was a stream I did a while ago, that I went, and I ended up talking way too political. I can't remember what stream it was, I've completely forgotten now. It was an episode of New Adventures, and at the time I was like, I've not done much if the stream does get removed, guys. It is because of this. But I don't like going into political conversations, why streaming, why recording videos, why content in general. If I catch people going into it and like someone gets like uncomfortable in stream with it, it'd be a case of don't start putting your own beliefs onto other people, respect their boundaries sort of thing. Otherwise the conversation will just get banned. I will typically do a case of this, if someone has turned around and said they don't want to talk about it, and someone carries on trying to talk about it, be like, someone's already asked you to respect them, someone's already asked you to drop it. I'm saying they'll drop it, and if they don't, the third strike will be them getting hit. Because guys, I'm someone who personally believes in, you know, privacy and personal space. Yes, I might upload a good bit on, I might do content, but again, I do that from all essentially behind, like, a door. Damn it. So yeah, I do essentially all that from being put in the case of, I don't go and put out my own information out there. I do all of it from essentially behind equivalent of a persona.
Gave me my powers. I'll make them regret it.
Like, there's the odd bit of personal stuff I've said, but I barely go into personal details. For the very reason of, it's my personal life, none of no one's business.
30 seconds before you attack.
And I hate needing to have conversations like this, but I know there are people out there who will willingly start pushing buttons. But if I do see people trying to push their buttons and people have asked you to respect, you'll be told once, I'm not doing twice. And the second point of the third strike will essentially be, you've been told once, and if you do it in my stream again, or if I start seeing you commenting on videos and talking like that again, it'll be a case of you're permanently banned.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Because at that point, I will just start looking for comments, I will just start looking for anything that comes under that, and even whether it is tied to a specific person. For instance, say, a username, say, Prankster552. Started commenting, you know, personal beliefs and all that lot, and someone had asked them to not do it. Say if another username called Mischief Prankster or something, even if they're not connected but got similar names, or just start commenting similar, I will simply just say, whether you like this person or not, you are just getting turned.
That's 3. They captured the mission area.
Because if someone has that, my number one rule is if someone asks you to not talk about something in stream because it's like they're getting personal, or if I ask you not to talk about something and you carry on doing it. If I ask you, it's a one strike and you're done. If someone in chat asks you not, you get the warning. So like again, I don't think I ever would willingly start talking about personal stuff myself. Like everything I've mentioned, all it takes is a look up online and you'll find it out. Okay, so Blade from a perspective, I do kind of like. Not my, like, again, I like playing, like, I think Blade and Octron are both really cool characters. they're not my type of character I like playing. Because for instance, I'm gonna pick like 3 characters from each row in Overwatch and tell you reasons why I will basically never play them unless it's mystery, I don't have a choice in the matter from it being a game mode, or they get some sort of buff and I'm just like a buff or a nerf, and basically there'd be some sort of specific reason. Starting off with tank, Zarya. She's a good character, a good pick, and useful on any team. Not my type of play.
By the eye of
I will say I'm bad at Blade. I'm happy I've had a chance to mess around with him in a couple games. I probably won't again. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying. Zarya, not my typical type of character to play. Mauga. Zarya is sort of more, I'll eat this damage up and then get stronger from it and then go into the attack. Mauga sort of, I'm gonna rush straight first and, you know, be the muscle. Both two different styles of play, neither why I do love being able to rush in. It's not always as smart as Mauga, and sometimes you have to be a bit smarter as Mauga. And the third, I'm gonna say Wrecking Ball. I don't mind playing dive tanks. I love playing D.Va. I've enjoyed playing Winston in the past. Doomfist isn't too bad, but Doomfist is also someone who I basically never will play. Because I'm going to count Doomfist and Wrecking Ball into the same spot. They are both basically characters that do something very specific that I don't enjoy doing. Wrecking Ball sort of come in, try and take care of a few small people, and activate his ult and just sort of blow everyone up at once if he can. Basically never going to happen, you're going to get a few kills with it. Doomfist isn't how he used to be, and I have played a tiny bit of all of these characters I've mentioned. Not that much though. For tank, there's a few characters years ago that I would have said I basically never will. But DPS is a lot more harder because
I'm Luna Snow. Like the moon, I shine in darkness.
Trying to memorize Cassidy. Or as I knew him as McCree, but he is called Cassidy now because of legal stuff. Cassidy, someone who I'm basically never going to play. He's sort of like, I don't know how to describe Cassidy, but it's not like my type of play. He feels like more of a case of picks off one target, deals that one target, picks off another and deals with that. I 100% prefer being able to sort of rush in on when I want to be able to rush in. That's why I love playing Reaper. I can rush in, do a good bit of damage and get back out if I need to. Next up on the list is Echo. While I've enjoyed playing Echo in the past, and there's the odd time I will play Echo, I basically try and think of characters who I've not played in a while, and characters I basically don't enjoy playing because it is a lot more harder. Granted, if I remember, I will go through the actual Overwatch list on Thursday. But Echo I don't mind playing, but she is 100% a mixed sort of bag. Depending on what ult you copy, depending on how you're going to play, it becomes very much unpredictable. And I definitely prefer being able to sort of start countering and all that lot of like starting to think I counter, not thinking if I get this I can, but like what if I change, or what if I don't get an accurate target, or what if I accidentally copy someone else's ability. And unfortunately, Venture's the third. When Venture was first released, I thought, oh my god, she's going to be so cool, she's going to be like Reaper. I was so excited for Venture, I thought she would be, and in reality, she's not. I've played her a few times, but barely any. I think out of all the heroes I've mentioned, she is like definitely on that list. Another one that can be added to the tank is Hazard, because I've basically never played Hazard. I will go into reasons why the characters I mention at the end, after I finish saying the who, and then basically mention who I would play instead, and who I do play instead. But yeah, Venture is basically someone who I thought would be similar to Reaper. I was wrong. I don't hate playing her. I just don't enjoy it, and I basically never do. Whereas from the fact that I've never tried to get good at Venture, and I'm just never win because I've never tried to. But either way, Venture's basically someone who I will barely ever play. And a lot of these characters I can't say I'm never going to play, because I every so often do play randomizers, like essentially hero randomizers, where every time you die you get a new hero, and I've definitely played with all these at some point. There's no one in Overwatch who I have not played as, who is currently in the game. And I don't just, like, when I say currently in the game, I mean currently in the game that you can play, and it's not going to be in for a limited time. Because I don't really know his name yet, but I'm not going to count him for anything because he's not in the game yet, and I don't know whether I am going to enjoy playing him or not. For support, it's not that easy for me to pick because I enjoy playing most supports. Unfortunately, the first one that comes to mind is Baptiste. Back in Overwatch 1, I used to love playing Baptiste. I don't know what they did to change him, but he doesn't... I don't enjoy playing Baptiste anymore. These days, I'm basically not going to play Baptiste. I'm trying to think of actual Lucio, because I'm literally trying to think. But like, I play a lot of the supports and don't mind playing. I don't mind playing all of them. Baptiste's the only one who I don't really enjoy playing anymore. Lucio, I sort of have to be in the mood. Why he's very similar to Luna, like they both have sort of speed boosters. They both are definitely... Lucio, it feels like it depends on the map. Some maps are great for Lucio, some aren't. And why I don't mind playing Lucio, it's kind of one of the things. And the third and final one for support, because I honestly can't think of anyone else. I'm only trying to mention 3 characters I don't enjoy playing. But in all honesty, thinking of 3, it's like, it's hard because for the most part I don't mind playing any of them.
This time I need healing.
That's better.
Who is the rest of us? What's the support? I don't know why I'm thinking of Mercy, but it's like, no, I do, like, Mercy's one of the cases where, if I want to play Mercy, I do enjoy playing her, but there are points where, like, not even because of Mercy, but because of people being like, oh my god, Mercy, do better. I've more than once seen people start really nagging and nagging and being like, Mercy, you're like the worst person in the world, when in reality, it's not Mercy's fault. And for third, just because I can't think of anyone else, and it's not the fact I don't enjoy playing them anymore. It's more the fact of I used to basically play them. Moira and Zen, I'm chucking them both together because they're both for the exact same reason. I used to play both Moira and Zen a lot. They were basically the only supports who I knew how to play back in Overwatch 1. Bear in mind, there was no Kiriko, and I wasn't good at Mercy. Yes, before anyone does ask, how can you not be good at Mercy? It's basically just don't understand. But there's a bunch of other things that it's a case of knowing when to go Battle Mercy, knowing when to pull out the pistol and start like trying to shoot.
I am ready to put on a show. Still a chance to stop them. You are nothing.
But I do still play Moira and Zen every now and then, but they're the only two supports that I barely ever play because of simple reasons. I used to only ever play them, but playing them both now just sort of feels like I'm playing DPS who can heal everybody else. I see way too many Moiras only trying to go for kills, and I've seen a few Zens try and do it. While they're both really cool characters, they definitely do feel kind of outdated at points. I still got 8 fire. Basically, guys, if you've got 8 by your name, you're in the running to play the game. Which, up until earlier, I was like, I've never got to play the game in this game. I thought I hadn't. I checked, and I know exactly what I did. I was Psylocke I was playing, and I got to play the game once. I've now got it as Luna Snow too, because at the time I was like, oh, I was just playing Luna Snow. I do actually have it as Luna Snow now, because I got it earlier, and I was like, yes, finally, first time getting it. It's like, and I'd completely forgot why, and I've only just remembered, hold on, wait a minute. There was a game where I was playing Psylocke. So, but yeah, because of like the fact of I no longer do enjoy it, like I will play Moira and Zen if I need to and if I really feel like playing them, and I have played Moira recently, I think, and I'm saying recently, I mean, when I'm saying recently, I mean in like the last 4 seasons.
It's okay, admit it, you need me. Only 60 seconds left.
But like 9 times out of 10, I will cover sports and I'm just on about them. If I'm gonna want to like, play someone like Moira or Zen, I'm gonna go to Kiriko or Juno. Actually, I can't think of a hero that I support that I will never play because I've got 80 to 30 seconds. Lifeweaver. I've seen a really good Lifeweaver person earlier who was really helpful and did thankfully save me. But I've also seen Lifeweaver players be really annoying. I will basically never play Lifeweaver, Baptiste, or Lucio, and it's more Baptiste, Lifeweaver.
Cosmic might returns.
It's okay, admit it, you need me. I'm ready to get on a show.
Rocket.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Damn it, he stole it back from me. I was so close. I was definitely second for... Yeah, I would have got it too. Going back from the fact that someone from my team got it. See, what is annoying? I've nearly had, like, there was a thing to get it for 5 times. I'm not gonna resource for just because But basically, I'm just gonna see if I can actually find it first. Yeah, score MVP 5 times. I've got it twice. Once as Psylocke, once as Luna Snow. I've almost completed that 3 different times. I would have completed that if I'd got the MVP at least twice. I'm pretty sure there was a 3rd time, which would just get me just to 5. There was the time now that I almost did, but Venom snuckily grabbed it at the end. And then there's like 2 other times where I was the best player on the team, or with like second VP, but someone on the enemy team grabbed it. And for anyone does start saying, first of all, join a tournament match with a faction. Don't have a faction sell up, and I don't plan to. Potentially, anyway. Besides, I don't think there is any. Yeah. Rising rival title once I get to 80. Yeah, I'm not that fussed about that. Rank gold or higher in competitive. That's something from personally I probably won't get to because I don't play that much competitive on this at least. And I base to the fact that if it is a case of more kills you get the high sort of rank sort of thing. I basically only play Luna Snow at this point, and I basically only play support. So although something I do recommend trying to is trying to get the hero reward for up to 200 for the hero's journey, because if I go to heroes and all the way down to the bottom, you get what I personally think is one of her best skins in this game, Ivory Breezy. It's from the X-Men animated series. First appeared in X-Men 1991. That looks like issue number 1. I'm pretty sure if we then see it in the X-Men animated series. The only other skins that I think are slightly better are Symbiote, which I'm pretty sure is... It was from an event that I didn't complete and that I didn't find out until too late. Goddess Thunder is also a pretty cool skin. But personally to me, it's either Ivory Breeze or Symbiote Storm, and Ivory Breeze is something you can get at any point, very simple. But that's enough, we're talking, time to get back into the game. And time to get back to what I was saying. But yeah. If I ever want to play something like Baptiste, who feels like more like a DPS, and still heal, I will play something like Kiriko or Juno, who are 2 supports who heal but also have combat capabilities, and decent combat capabilities. If I want to play something like Lucio, who's more of a primary healer,
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not
I will
judging.
play something like Mercy. Do I have a different Venom skin that I should... No. Guys, something I do think is... that kind of bugs me is... I don't have skins for every character in this game. Overwatch I've been playing since... 2019 on PlayStation. I was about to say, I've been playing it since like 2000, since like, hold on, wait a minute. It didn't even come out until 2016. I started playing the odd game back in 2017, but I didn't properly start playing it until 2019, 2020.
Before you attack, get ready.
Sigma wasn't out yet, and then Echo came out. I think Sigma came out that year. And then Echo came out the following year, and then like 2022 was when we got Overwatch 2. And I do willingly agree with this statement. What was the point? A lot of stuff, like, I would have personally kept Overwatch as it was, done all the stuff they had done now, and basically just turned around and said, we're changing Overwatch, we're implementing a battle pass into it, and all that lot, and we're basically making it free to play.
Got it?
Do I think it would have bugged people who had paid for it? Yes. But I would have basically just given them all a case of, thanks for playing the game thanks for pre-buying it. Thanks for paying for Overwatch and all that. I potentially would have just gone and given them sort of
Located a nest of synthetic spiders.
Anyone
loads it after a certain point. Like anyone who you can make it free at a certain point. But then there was probably a few things they could have done.
The spider bots have been exterminated.
Mission area is
One question why I probably don't play more Venom. But I'm playing Venom now just because I can't play Luna Snow, and I'm slightly annoyed at that. Guys, is it really that bad that I can't? No, it's 100% not. I wish I could, but other people want to play the character. I get it. Is it kind of a wake up call that I should really have more than one character in this game that I love playing? Yeah, well I do. Except that's also then Psylocke and Black Widow. I could have picked Black Widow. I might for the second half.
double kill.
In all honesty, I might for the second half. Or even after I die. Because I really feel like I'm barely being
Capture
useful.
more than half of the mission area.
And yes, I know it's no DPS, but if we win, and it's because I am, and because we've got a tank on the team.
I suck.
See, the annoying thing is, I will 100% always be like, I want to play Luna Snow, I want to play support in this game. Because I think it's fun. Almost never, you'll never hear me say about Overwatch.
The area's almost
But for Overwatch, it's a case of, I can play DPS in this basically whenever I want, and I choose not to. Because I choose a balanced team over being able to play a DPS character any day of the week. And whether it's going to be completely balanced,
Us against the world.
3 DPS.
Shit. I don't know if I can go.
No,
I suck.
in all fairness, if I do die again, I probably will switch just because I don't mind playing Venom. He might necessarily become a tank who I do play. I also enjoy playing the Hulk every now and then.
A little help, please. You are nothing.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. If I want to play Lucille, I will play Mercy. If I want to play Baptiste, I'll play Kiriko or Juno. And in the case of Lucille, I probably would just pick to play Juno. They feel very similar. In the case of Lifeweaver, Anna, Mercy, Juno, or Kiriko, I would basically choose just to play any other.
Fighting until we have a winner.
We did win. I'm gonna play some Black Widow just because I want to play a few games and I've not played with the season yet. Plus, I recently got the Phoenix skin because it was like number 6 on the thing.
30 seconds before you attack.
I will probably show it off in the gallery when I can after this game.
You're an assassin just like me, aren't you?
But like the rifle looks cool. I was about to say blaster.
That life seems so long ago. It's in our blood. And
Plus, something I do kind of hate needing to do half the time is why I do prefer a balanced team, and I'm not trying to prove a point here.
4, 3,
a lot of times I will willingly choose to then switch to someone else
Do is capture the mission area.
just because I prefer to have a balanced team.
Honestly,
Now, the reason I love playing Black Widow in this, but I basically never play Widow in Overwatch, even though they are very similar.
snowballs with me though.
I'm not bad as Black Widow in this.
See them?
Like, Widowmaker's full on sniper.
Finding a little help, please. I suck.
Us against the world.
That's tough, man.
I did swap weapons, but okay again. I hate the fact that my boy's kind of getting that counter brutal. Like, I'm trying to say I'm good as Black Widow in this, but like the game seems like, nah, yeah. I'm just gonna anti-prove it. And then for DPS, completely forgetting who I mentioned. May's also another DPS who I basically never will play.
It's the
Um,
grand finale.
Cassidy,
By the eye of Agamotto.
No getting away now.
that stupid shark. There's Cassidy.
I'll finish the job this time.
Oops, sorry guys. I honestly have forgotten who I mentioned. Like, I'm gonna cover tank and try and remember who I said for. There was for tank Zarya, Doomfist, Wrecking Ball, Malga.
Shield up. Plasma burst. Control C. How's that for?
Basically, Malga is kind of fun, but just not an overall fun pick for me to play. And if I kind of want to go be more aggressive but still be pretty decent, I'll pick D.Va or Sigma.
You've captured
Or
more than
kind of
half the
Reinhardt,
mission area.
but-
Keep going.
Is a bit more debatable. Zarya is useful, but if I want to kind of play, if I'm gonna either want to play more aggressive, I'll pick D.Va. But if I want to play more defensive, I'll pick Reinhardt. Wrecking Ball and Doomfist again, because they're both dive tanks. I will just pick to play D.Va.
No getting away now.
A nice deep freeze. I'm hurt.
We could do some damage here.
The area's almost
Basically, for tank, I'll either pick Sigma, D.Va, Reinhardt, or potentially Winston. Like for support, I will basically pick Juno, Kiriko, or Mercy.
Haven't won yet?
And for DPS,
You'll have to keep fighting until we
I
have a
will
winner.
basically pick Reaper. Ah, now I remember, it was Cassidy, Echo.
I suck.
I think I got like 1, maybe 2 kills as Black Widow.
Another epic victory. Big win.
In all fairness, I just wanted to have it on record that I have played some of it this season. I will do one more game. Yeah, I'll do one more game. But again, for like DPS, 9 times out of 10, I'll pick to play Reaper. 9 times out of 10, I will pick to play Freya. Black Widow, Ash. That's Black Widow's new Phoenix skin from the front. Side perspective, back perspective, and like other side. In all honesty, I do really like this skin. Does it look like Natasha Romanoff? No, it really doesn't. Like, that looks like Natasha Romanoff. I see that and I see Natasha Romanoff. Granted, Red Runaway Veil kind of isn't either. That's based on her MCU design. I see that and I see more Yelena, her sister, the MCU at least. Something I am going to check is if in the event does she... I'm checking to see if she does get a thing. No, she doesn't. Like I say, I'm going to do one more game. But like, only 2 DPS I mentioned that I can remember that I mentioned were Cassidy and Echo. May the Ice Demon is also someone I basically never will pick to play. Same for Lightweaver.
The right heroes can
I've
make
been
all the
annoyed by
difference.
ones on my team more than once.
I'm Luna Snow.
Naturally, I'm going to support when I can before I need to play tank. I said that someone says, "Hey, Luna, can you switch to tank?" But like, get the shark too. Because I will pull the card of I picked first, which is dumb and stupid, and like if I have to switch from support, I'm then going to just instantly go into DPS. Plus, I'm ending the game on Luna.
He'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
But like, I have characters that, because of how long I've played the game, do I think people should have main characters when they've played the game for, say, a few months, half a year at most? And I think at that point you should probably have characters that you do enjoy playing.
Battle starts in 5.
It's probably only been in the game since the beginning of the season, and it's only been like just under 2 months.
Stop them from securing the
Yeah.
mission area.
But see, for 6 months you probably should have an idea who you like playing, which is like 3 battle passes, which is at the very least potentially 2 heroes.
I was worried.
If we were to go up to 8 months, it'd be 2 battle passes, so it would be 2 new heroes. Basically, if you literally recent to the game and you've played, like, say, a couple seasons, and you've only recently started playing Overwatch,
I've still got songs to sing.
I don't think you should instantly have favorites. Or, like, there's probably characters that you've played a good bit as, but you should really be messing around with characters while you can. Because there might, like, something that, yes, I 100% should have done, and last game kind of proved that I haven't. Damn it. The reason why you want to mess with new character, like every character you can, and try and get somewhat affiliated to what they can do, is
I've still got songs to sing.
back when I first played a few games of Marvel Rivals, I think Magic was the first character I went to, and it was literally just down to the fact of she seemed cool. Like, I knew a very few of them, like
We are undefeatable.
I knew some of the Guardians, because Adam Warlock at that point, I don't remember if he still is, was classified as one of the Guardians, and I didn't know that much about him.
got songs to sing.
No, yeah, I'm not doing good. It's because I'm being very aggressive. Captain, I'm with you.
Stop them!
But the reason why you want to mess with like almost every hero you can
Don't let them drive any further. Better stop that vehicle.
is so you can get affiliate to what all of them can do.
I found one of our critics.
I'll be shipshape in no time. Behold the god of thunder!
Because if you know what they can do, then you never know you might like them. For instance,
God of thunder!
before I started playing Venture, granted I was trying to think of a time where I picked a character I didn't like, I didn't think I'd like, but ended up enjoying playing.
No chance to stop them.
But before I started playing Venture, I thought I was going to love playing Venture, and that she was essentially going to be the new Reaper for me. Someone who I wouldn't be in my top 3, so it wouldn't be a problem, and I'd still get weekly challenges done.
Now might be a good time.
I was wrong. And I shouldn't have tried to like treat it like as a new Reaper for me.
So young.
But then take Freya for example. I played a few games with her before I'd even decided that I was going to like playing her, and I enjoy playing her.
I'm back in the
I think any chance I've had to play DPS this season, I've played Freya when I have. I kind of rather not lose.
Maximum pulse!
We are undefeatable! Now or never! Stop them! My biggest fan!
Damn it. Yeah, I'm not having it. I am going to quickly check
I'm
both
back in the fight.
Lunar Notes and Cyclops' summer skins after this, because I've seen a few different variations of both of them. And it's like, hold on, wait, are those actual options? About to say, finally I've got killed. I keep looking and it's like, hold on, wait, no I don't. It's like, no, hold on, wait, no, that's...
Snowball fight. Don't give them another inch. Or else. Thanks so much. Don't let them try to stop that vehicle.
Assemble! Rise, my friends! That's the boost Behold the god of thunder!
Second chance is over.
I was brought back. See, almost every single time you'll notice the fact of when I do get brought back, I'm like, wait, what? I basically don't expect it. It's because of an Overwatch thing, but I've more than once been the tank, been a good player, and the Mercy basically just res the person that's literally gone down like a second before or a second after, like. I jump. There should really be a limit for that.
That's the boost I needed.
Doing body healing as Lunar Snow is not the easiest. It's sort of a lot easier when you can just sort of pinpoint. But like her clap where she can sort of stop. I don't want to say clap in the air because I know it's not, but like sort of just that massive healing.
Maximum pulse!
That looked like to be well timed. But as an opposite scale, a character I didn't think I would enjoy playing was Sigma. He's my most played character. Just because he came out and I was like, yeah. I think I might have played him a tiny bit at the time, but like... Because, like, I didn't have a main, like, Reaper was the first character, and this wasn't even at the beginning. The beat? Yeah. This wasn't even at the beginning when I started playing Overwatch. This was 100% near the end of Season 1. I decided to pick Reaper for a game. Again, Reaper, Mercy, and Sigma, all three characters I probably didn't, at the time, I didn't think I would enjoy playing. Sigma, my most played character, my most played tank. Reaper, my most played DPS. Mercy, my most played support for Overwatch. Reaper ended up becoming one of my favourites from a simple case of we were losing the game on for elimination really bad. I think it was like 2-0. They just needed one more win. When Reaper cleared, won it, barely, won it, and I think we came back and won. It's like, I actually really play more Reaper, and this was with like Blue Ninja. It's like, you really should. It's like, I didn't know I was that good. Although if I had to say one thing that I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of when it comes to Rivals, their Battle Pass. You earn things that allow you to then purchase stuff on the Battle Pass. For instance, that's the luxury item. Okay, fair enough. Master has a very similar thing where you can purchase the Battle Pass and get everything, but then up to like level 50, you then don't, but you get double rewards beforehand if you purchase it. If not, you get one row of stuff and it stops at 50. But for this, it's like half. Like, I can get the Golden Panther thing, which I'm not going to change mine, but like, I'd want to get the Golden Panther skin. I'd want to get Weapon Phoenix, but it's a premium skin. But I can get his claws, or the Fury, which I did get. That apparently is, but I think I'd... It's 100 units. Then Phoenix King is kind of cool. Is it actually going to make me? I probably will just go for a bit longer while I am essentially just going for the Battle Pass. But like, I wish like it was just a case of you unlocked after you did and it didn't give you a way to unlock them. Like, you need those and you can buy more of the chroma tokens. But I honestly would choose to have it as you don't need them. I'd just have it as a case of you want to purchase like further stuff from the battle pass, you've got those as an option. But if you want to earn stuff on the battle pass, you just play games. I will say, it is really nice having a kind of cool skin for Groot as a free option. But then King White is kind of a cool skin. But Black Suit is 100% a luxury item. That just kind of seems unfair. I'm hoping at some point they do just bring that as normal. And Phoenix Diamond is again another kind of really cool skin. But, you know, Symbiote Raccoon isn't. But to get luxury, to get Devoting Duo. Now, what I really wanted to check was Lunar Snow, customize. There is a function, and I don't have access to it. That looks Promesic Pulsar. All honesty, I think Cool Summers kind of looks a bit nicer.
I am ready to put on a show.
Probably shouldn't. Ah. That's not bad, but I would do kind of think Cool Summers looks a bit cooler. I do think Plasma Pulse does just look a bit cooler. Now, the other character I wanted to see, because I've seen a few of them. You have the white version, which I did see at the time. But again, the Vengeance just looks so much nicer. Moonlight Miracle, again, doesn't look too bad. I think I would go for Violet Veil, because I think it does look a bit nicer than Breathing Butterfly, just because I kind of prefer the darker purple to the more pink, but again, for what you need. Again, the reason I'm not going to show them off is because I don't 100% know whether if I do show them off on stream, I'm not going to have YouTube being like, here's an option, snip it out if you want your content to not be censored. There was just an option for the summer skins for having a outro. There is one for Luna. I'm presuming it's because I didn't.
So much for vacation.
Okay, no, there was. Okay, never mind. So I think there was literally just an hour left. So, if you're seeing this now when you want those, now's your chance. But if I was to change my Lunar Snow, I'd probably go for that. I think the blue and pink do kind of just look cool. But again, I think they look nicer the way they are. Does that have a customization option? There are a few skins that I do think kind of look a bit plain. For instance, that I think would be cool if it had a customization option. I'm presuming that does. Yep. Again, I think the blue looks really cool. I think I'd potentially go for the purple if I was to go for it. But like, base is fine. I doubt the Fantastic Four skin. Look guys, at the time of streaming, I've still not seen the movie. I will say no. I don't really have any intentions to watch said movie. I spoke to Driver Scully and whether like he wasn't here, especially when I turned him around, because I shouldn't have. I slightly did, and guys, I will say now, the reason I did get some slightly a bit of enjoyment from going, you didn't realise it is now on Disney Plus, was the week they buggered off to watch the movie. I'm pretty sure I did say this in stream. They forgot to notify me of the fact of don't turn up to Blue Ninja's house because none of us will be there. So when I did say about it being on Disney Plus, meanwhile, guys, it'd been 2 weeks. Which is kind of a reason why I question where we're going to watch Marvel movies in cinemas and why I do initially wait a couple weeks. Like Thunderbolts, as far as I'm aware, is still not on there. But the Fantastic Four First Steps is. And the only thing I can think of is when Black Widow came out, it very quickly came out on Disney Plus. So I'm presuming it'll probably be something to do with that. Now, I don't know why I'm continuously chatting, considering the fact that once I'm done with this, I do have plans to go and watch a movie. And guys, you don't need to ask what movie you 100% know. I mentioned at the beginning of this at the beginning of the stream. Yes, I plan to go watch K-pop Demon Hunters for like the almost 30th time. If plans go to what they think they will for this week, it will be about 30 times this week alone. See guys, what happens is I typically at the minute don't eat lunch. Whether it's healthy for me not to or not, I do typically just survive with having potentially a snack, couple snacks during the day, and like a meal at night. Again, it's the bad you're going to find out personally. But when I do eat lunch, I like to sit and watch K-pop Demon Hunters while eating lunch, because it gives me an actual chance to sit and watch it. It's a current habit I'm in. It won't last that long, it'll last like probably till the end of the week more than likely. So because of that, I do. Now, am I instantly going to start watching it? No. I probably will wait until like 12:30. Maybe 1. It's like an hour and a half. And even then, an hour and 25 minutes. And even then... Actually, no, an hour and 25 minutes. Because basically, guys, you can kind of get away with skipping through the first like 4 minutes. I say 4 minutes, for at least kind of. The quickest way to watch it is there's a beginning scene where you see the first set of hunters, and it goes through all the generations of hunters. You then see all the fans coming to watch Huntrix, which is their group name. You then see all that. You can kind of skip through that, and then you get up to Bobby being like, "Girls, where are you? There's 10,000 fans. Like, there's millions of fans here screaming for you." Once you get up to that, then you start watching the movie and you go through all that. They land, they sing, blah blah blah, Soldier Boys get showed up, blah blah blah, demons, blah blah blah. The girls, Mira Zoe, find out who Rumi truly is, blah blah blah. Rumi goes through a completely case of not going into details because touchy subjects. I, at all points, will try to avoid conversations around death because it is, for a lot of people, a touchy subject. So again, blah blah blah. Rumi finally forgives herself, becomes who she truly was meant to be, blah blah blah. You then hear Idol. You then hear the Soldier Boys going, "We want your souls," all of that, blah blah blah. Rumi's like, "Yay, more power!" And Rumi comes in and starts singing, blah blah blah. The girls join up with her, blah blah blah. They defeat the big bad guy, blah blah blah. They then go and have a spa day, which is kind of a nice way to end it, I will say. Like, you hear at the very beginning of the movie, Rumi and Zoe basically saying, because they go to see a doctor because of Rumi's voice, watch the movie if you want to know for more. That's all I'm going to say to the topic. And the doctor's like, "I bet she declines to go to the bathhouse with you." And it's like, "Yeah, she always does." And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. She's always said no to go to a spa where she is sitting with nothing, with apart from like, I'm presuming with nothing on, apart from something to cover around your waist, but like from the image, they've got like towels around their necks, around their heads, and that's about it. Like they don't show you anything they shouldn't, because it is a kids movie, at least I think. But like you do like see shoulders, and like there's like you can't see straps and you can't see tops. So I'm presuming it's probably just sort of like swimwear underneath. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute, you're not questioning why? Either a case of she doesn't like essentially being half dressed in front of people, or she's got something to hide. But blah blah blah, you get to the end of the movie, they do that, which after they've essentially finished talking to the fans at the end of the movie is kind of where you can stop, which is like 1 hour and 25 minutes, and even then I'm gonna say about an hour and 20 minutes, because there's like 3-4 minutes at the beginning. It's under 5. It's like an actual 2 minutes at most, so it's like an hour and 23, and then you've got Takedown by Twice for like 5 minutes, and then it's just like the outro for the last 10. Have I seen all the way through all of this at one point in time? Yes. Do I always watch all the way through this? No. It's been a while since I've seen, because I basically cut to, considering it's like I've got, because once you've got to scroll back through on Netflix, I basically scrolled to them being on the plane being like, wait, you're demons? I will watch it through beginning to end tonight, just because I really want to. And then I typically do sometimes listen to Takedown at the end, but like the third time hearing Takedown, you hear it when they first start singing, when they start coming up, but you then hear it again just after Golden. The second time you hear Golden, you then hear it again, which granted by a different artist. But after you hear a song like 3 times in one movie, it starts to become a case of this again. But either way, really great movie, recommend it. And guys, these are not my words, these are Driver Scotty's. So on Friday, as he was dropping me Wolvers off, because he drops us off, because he's nice and wants to actually get some use out of his car. I choose to believe it's because he's nice. In reality, I'm pretty sure it's because he wants to get some use out of his car. Now guys, if anyone does point out, I've more than once offered to walk back. And if he has ever said otherwise, it's a case of, wait, what now? I have offered to walk back. Usually there's a third, tiny gremlin that he has to drop off. The funny thing is, she's never going to know I've said tiny gremlin. Unless for some reason Driver Scotty ends up in here and then ends up pointing out, because it's his sister's friend who I'm on about, points out there's a fact of that, which then I've and then I've got to deal with that, and it's like, did you actually call me a tiny gremlin when you were streaming the other day? It's like, I've said worse. She's also said worse, so calling her a tiny gremlin is justified. But yeah, again, you get to the end of Takedown, which is like for the last like 5-ish minutes, just under 5 minutes. But it's like right near the end of the movie. Because guys, when I say you get to like the hour 18 mark, no, it's hour 18. When you get to like the 1 hour 28 minutes, like case, it's like, okay, this happens now. Then you cut to Rumi and Selena talking. 2-3 minutes later, you then cut to them all going, Sarja boys. A few minutes later, you then cut to Rumi then being like, get off the stage, it's our time. And I was just questioning why the fact they went straight to it's our time. It's like, hold on, what movie was? Oh wait, yeah, I rewatched all My Hero Academy, almost all of it. Guys, for point of reference, if I've seen something a few times, and I've seen season 1 of My Hero more than once, and the first half of season 2 more than once, and I remember all of it, because the first season of My Hero is basically Deku being like, smash, whoops, broken arm, smash, whoops, broken arm, smash, whoops, broken arm, and repeat after repeat. And I don't personally find it interesting to rewatch Deku trying to learn how to use his one for all, until he does actually learn it, so I cut to generally when Grand Trino is training him how to use one for all. And even then, I typically then do just cut to them being back at school, and then everyone being like, oh, Deku's not going to be able to do much, he breaks his limbs every time he does, and him like being like, jump, 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 bang, and everyone being like, holy shit, how the fuck has he done that? But yeah, I typically cut to Gran Torino or that, just because I've seen the first half of season 2 and season 1 a lot. I will say now, when I do rewatch stuff for like the billionth time, there are certain episodes I do cut past because it's like, yeah, I know all this. Like every so often when watching K-pop Demon Hunters, because I've seen it a lot, and especially recently, I will just start finding myself winding up like, why I don't think Soda Pop or Free are bad songs, bottom of my list for tier-wise. I will happy enough and have no problem sort of skipping past them because it's like, yeah, we know where this is going. But again, Driver's got his words. He's like, hold on, if you're recommending it, I probably should check it out. And it's like, it is a really good movie, so if you have time, go for it. He then responds with, what time? And it's like, technically speaking, you choose to spend your Friday nights here. And guys, to someone who willingly does, and in fact he'll never see this because he ain't watching my content, funny. Plus, if he was in chat, I would have seen the message by now and it would have been like, okay, time to diss him for the next 20 minutes. He has a Friday night. Also, Blue Ninja plus 2 other people that do games night that I tolerated games nights. And yes, tolerate is the right term of words in this case. They are literal chaos. They are literal menaces of chaos at points. But also half the time it is funny and stupid and dumb. So, they get points for that. He willingly spends from typically 5 o'clock UK to about 10 o'clock. That's like a 5-hour gap. The movie's like an hour and a half. Also, he has days off. Typically, he has a day off. And that's the reason why I'm kind of happy that I only basically speak to those lot like once a week. After you've heard someone whinge the fact of working 6 days a week for a solid 3 weeks, does kind of get annoying. And guys, when I say I have heard both Driver Scotty and Blue Ninja talk about the pain in the assholes of their jobs more than once. I mean, I could write a book. I mean, I could write a literal about, 100 I'll say about 250 word essay about it. And that's kind of being nice, but also not, because a lot of it would just be a case of Driver Scotty's whinged and whinged and whinged and whinged and whinged. Granted, I don't blame them, kind of. But to me, that just seems like normal. But before I do carry on talking for any longer, because I couldn't 100% have checked in 2 more games in this time. Probably should have, but in my defense, guys, we were at like level 9, level 8. We've got up to like level 10. I'm saying it now before next time. There is a high chance that I do potentially decide just to do stream. Because if turns out Friday, my Friday plans do change and I'm free, new entry will be then, and I might just decide to then stream this again on Saturday. I will potentially get up to 11 tomorrow, 12 Thursday, 13 Friday, 14 Saturday. So it'd be about 14 for Saturday. Which then means 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and like 20 would get done in about a week. In all fairness, a week from Saturday, I'd probably be up to like there. And I had like a month to do it. Just over. So, I reckon I'd be fine. But, like, again, like what I did with the Lunar Snow one, I got up to, like, 20, 19-ish. Got up to, like, 19, so once I get to, like, 22, unless getting to 22 then takes me slightly over, I will basically stop at 23 and basically do those all in one stream. Because it'll be fair enough, and I'd rather people see me get the actual thing in a case of a couple streams than not, because literal cases of if I was purchasing stuff to go from 10 to 24, it would cost me that. I don't want to waste that. Especially considering the fact of symbiote thing looks kind of cool. The only really one is like Spiral into Darkness and the Black Widow. If I didn't have to purchase this thing to get Black Widow, and if Spiral into Darkness wasn't the last one, I probably wouldn't have. But before I do end, do I have a better skin for Groot? Nope. Granted, its Guardian of the Galaxy skin isn't too bad, but I don't like the feet. That skin is also kind of cool, and I probably would say it's just like its best. That's just a slightly darker version, and that's just a slightly greener version. I'd say that's his best, and then I'd say Symbiote Flora is probably his second, just because base Groot is still pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that is end of stream, because I've been talking for an additional like half an hour than I intended to. I intended to be done within the hour. I started streaming at like 10. I think it was just after 10. Yeah, it was like 10 past 10 I started. That's another reason I meant to stream. I had a tiny bit of blackcurrant left in a bottle, and like just under half a bottle of Coke left. The reason for both is the bottle of Coke I had it when I was eating food earlier, and the blackcurrant is a bottle that I take. It's like a metal bottle that I take when I go to sleep, just so I've got a drink through the night. Because trust me, waking up at like 3-4 in the morning after only being asleep for like an hour and a half. And yes, I am one of those people who goes to sleep at 2 in the morning. No, dedicatedly goes to sleep at 2 in the morning, typically. There are points where I have stayed up a bit later in the past, and there was one time in high school where I went to sleep at like 4 and had to be up at like 7. Did I wake up at 7? No, I woke up at like 8. Trust me, I'm pretty sure I was late to school that day. Granted, Blue Ninja was one of the people I was speaking to at the time, and there was another mate. I was half asleep and I did not want to wake up, but I had an alarm. I think it was like a 7:15 and like an 8 o'clock alarm. No, 7:30 and 8 o'clock alarm. And the only reason I had 2 alarms back in high school, the front desk people were like, maybe you should set 2 alarms. I'm pretty sure at that point I had 2 alarms. Because annoyingly it got to a point where like, oh, Tigress, it's you, why are you late today? Same as normal? Yeah, I've overslept. Did I actually oversleep on all of those? Debatable. Would I use any excuse to be late or get out of school in general? I was a kid, what do you think? But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. We'll be back on Thursday for Overwatch. I'm sorry if people have bugged the fact that I've changed it this week, but you wouldn't have seen the new hero otherwise. I would have had to chuck an additional stream in, and at the very least, I would have had to swap Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. I've swapped all of them around this week. I've swapped Overwatch with Marvel Rivals, and then swapped Overwatch with New Adventures, just for a week. It means you get to see new hero on day 1 launch. There's a very good chance I won't get to play said new hero in the 3 games I do before stream. But either way guys, this is Tiger Sandhoff, hope you enjoyed, and I will be back Thursday with Overwatch. Depending on how I am tomorrow, there's a potential chance I might decide to film New Adventures a day earlier. I typically said Saturday because I didn't want it to be too short of a gap. Granted, this is like a 2-day gap after compared to like, either way it's a 2-day gap. It's like either a 2-day gap beforehand or 2-day gap after, and in either world it's either a potential 1-day gap for Friday or potentially 1 day early for Wednesday. I'll basically see how I feel tomorrow. If I do feel like it, I might, but no promises. But either way guys, this is Tigress, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.